Even if you don't have a lot of space for a large tree, a little tree can make a huge impact. This is my little 3-footer from King of Christmas. I love King of Christmas. This video is not sponsored, but come decorate this little tabletop tree with me and let's see how beautiful we can make it. Hey Sugar, I'm Ro the Black Magnolia, your favorite bougie babe, bringing you all your bougie but budget-friendly tips and faves, and a little bit of everything in between. Let's get started. I have wanted a countertop tree for my kitchen for ages, and I finally got one. So excited. I love King of Christmas. I have a King of Christmas queen flock tree that is my main tree in my house. I've had that for about 3 years, 4 years, can't remember. Oh, I have it's so cute. I have a little pot that I want to put it in, but it comes with this base, and I don't know if I want to actually put it in anything anymore because it's so cute. Oh my gosh, I love it. And this is the little battery pack that you can use it outside. So it's not just an indoor tree, indoor, outdoor. It's going to be inside, so I won't need to worry about that. But if it were going to go outside, this you can use the batteries, and this will keep the batteries nice and dry. But it's going inside. I do think though that I may use the batteries and not plug it in because it has a timer on it. Look at that. So I can put it on the timer if I want to, but we'll see. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think I should use this pot that I have or if I should just leave it as is with the base that's flocked and super cute. I think I'm feeling like I want to do the base, but we'll see. It didn't take me all but a minute to decide that I wanted to use the pot, so I'm just going to place the tree in there and then start to fluff. I did notice though, even though I am going to use the pot, that I am going to have to put something in it to just shore it up because the tree kept kind of wobbling around, and we do not wobble unless it is on the dance floor, right? Right. And I am a super fan for King of Christmas. Their trees are such great quality, but not only are their trees amazing quality, their customer service is top-notch. They are the absolute best. King of Christmas does not know who I am, but I know who you are. That was a little creepy, so sorry to that man. A little more fluffing, and then we zhuzh. This is the topper that I made for my tree last year. I did a black and white kind of Harlequin Christmassy theme. I don't know what you want to call it. It was black and white. But this topper is huge. And I thought, of course I'm going to put this humongous topper on this tiny tree. Because why not? So one thing that I've always found is that if you're working with a smaller tree of any size, putting larger ornaments or decorations or a topper on it is gonna make it seem that much bigger, and it's gonna give it more dimension, and it's gonna give it the fullness that it needs to make it feel bigger than it is. But don't get me wrong, even though I look really determined, I am fighting for my life trying to get this humongous topper on this tiny little 3-foot tree. But still, I rise. So my cardinal rule whenever I'm decorating a tree is I always start with the ribbon, because I can always move ornaments and things around it, but moving the ribbon around ornaments can get a little bit tricky, especially because I typically don't attach my ornaments to the tree. I tuck them into the tree. And I'm about to break my cardinal rule here in a little bit of doing the ribbon after the ornaments in part 2 of the ribbon here, because I decided to add a different ribbon. I was just being extra. It works out, but it's stressful. So just stick with me. And did I mention that this topper was huge? Yeah, it's trying to take the whole tree over with it, so I gotta fix that in a minute too. Floral wire that matches the color of your tree is going to be your best friend whenever you are decorating. So here I'm just going to use some of this white floral wire. And you can get it in different gauges, but this is just going to help attach this topper to the tree so that it doesn't all come tumbling down like Humpty Dumpty. I would have been so sad had that been the case, but it just reinforced the fact that I'm using this, what looks like to be gigantic topper on this tree, but it actually works out and I get it all wrapped around. But yeah, just use the same color wire that is going to match your tree for a seamless look every time. And now I'm just going to tear up an old brown paper bag that I've got stored away in my cabinet to put in the pot to make sure that this tree doesn't move. I started with one middle-sized piece, but I had to go back in with more later. I was so excited to decorate this tree that I didn't actually put a plan together as to what I wanted it to look like or how I wanted to decorate it. So I just went into my garage and I started to pull out some of the extra decorations and ornaments that I had and just started to kind of pull together a color palette. My kitchen is this bluish gray green kind of color with pink accents. So I found some bluish gray green and pink accented and white ornaments to go with it. And here we are. And this is where I run into my issue when I decide that I actually want to add more ribbon, but I'm already adding ornaments. Yeah, so you'll see. As I was adding the ornaments to the tree, I was starting to see what I wanted to have happen, and I wanted it to look almost like a potted plant and that it just had different beautiful flowers growing from it, and those were the ornaments. But I wanted it to look really organic and just kind of messy and beautiful and just kind of wild. And so you'll see that I'm tucking the ornaments into the tree. I don't ever, like I said, attach them. I usually just find a good sturdy spot for them, and it's never failed me, knock on wood, up to this point, and everything just kind of stays in place because it all kind of Tetrises together the way that I put it together in there. So, and here I noticed that I'm still wobbling a little bit more than I'd like, so I'm going to need to add a little bit more of that brown paper bag into the pot to keep the tree more stable. Now I'm going to add some of the smaller elements to the tree to give it a little bit more depth and dimension. And something that I always do whenever I'm decorating my tree is I always step back from it after I've added a few of the ornaments to make sure everything is positioned well from far away, because up close it could look one way, it could look totally great, and then you step back and you've got a completely lopsided tree with decorations looking all funky and wonky. So I just step back every once in a while, get that far away view, see if it's working. If not, make some changes. If we're good, we proceed. Not me being all extra with this extra ribbon that I should have put on in the beginning, but I was able to make it work. I figured out how to get it on there and do it without it causing any movement of any of the ornaments on the tree. Take a look. So in order to get that ribbon onto the tree, what I'm doing is I am doubling up my 3-inch white iridescent and my, I believe it is a 2-inch pink glittery gold. I'm putting those together, scrunching and twisting the top, tucking that part that I've twisted into the tree, looping it into a little bit of the branch area underneath and securing it into the tree that way. I usually will take some of the branches in the tree and twist them around either the top or the bottom of the ribbon to keep it secure. And that's how you get it to stay in place. And what I was going for was really just kind of like making it look like it was looping through the tree. And I think it worked out pretty well. A little bit more ribbon, and then we'll be finished from there. And then I'll be able to show you all the way around the tree. I think that's it. So now I'll give you the 360 on the tree. I'm a little annoyed by this right here though, but honestly, what am I gonna do? I absolutely love how this tree came out. It is just the perfect little touch on my countertop to make it feel a little bit more like Christmas in my kitchen. So as you can see, I have shoved ornaments and ribbon on every part of this tree possible, but I think it turned out lovely. Floral wire did the trick. That topper is staying where it's supposed to, and you can't even tell unless you get really, really close that I use that. Also, I use this cute little Santa sign that I have to hide the battery pack. Pretty genius if you ask me. I feel like Wile E. Coyote. Super genius. Anyway, I digress. This tree makes me so happy. It just makes me want to smile, and I hope that it makes you smile too. And you can see that no matter what size tree you have, you can make it as beautiful and bougie and over the top as your heart desires with just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a lot of fun. Happy decorating, sugar, and I will see you in the next video.